May have found somebody who could come on the podcast.
Yeah?
Who would very much spice it up.
Yeah? In what way? What does that mean? Is it related to the fire truck?
No. It's my friend George,
Mm-hmm.
who you went on a hike with.
Yeah, I know of George.
He's quite a character.
Yeah, he seemed interesting. Oh, someone's here to murder us.
I think he'd be a good fit.
Yeah, does he want to do it, do you think?
He said he would.
Okay.
Well, we gotta set this up.
Well, Wednesdays.
I do. I think he's got Wednesdays off.
Yeah.
I'll mention it to him.
I was thinking of starting a new podcast today.
Oh yeah.
A second podcast.
About what?
I was thinking it'd be fun to take this is James and Jordan Talk to the Internet, season 3, episode 20. I was thinking it would be funny to do a podcast where each episode was me trying to explain a really stupid and like ridiculously complicated comic book thing that doesn't make any sense because it's stupid in comic books, and trying to explain that to somebody who has zero knowledge of comic books or comic book movies. I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, and who are you gonna get for that?
Somebody who isn't you.
Okay.
Because I know how you react to that.
I don't know anything about that shit.
Yeah, but your reaction to me talking about it isn't to interrupt and be like, that's fucking crazy, and like go off on a tangent about how crazy it is. Your reaction to it is, okay. Because that's exactly what you did the other day when I was trying to do it. But I thought it'd be funny to try that. I was thinking of some ideas that I could do. It's pretty easy. There's a lot of stupid shit in comic books, unsurprisingly.
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
My working title right now is Diving into Canon.
Okay.
I thought that's a decent title. If anybody fucking uses that on a podcast, I'm gonna sue your ass.
That's what the whole fucking
trademark
Spider-Man thing was about.
Canon? Yeah, I guess we can talk about that. Non-spoilers, then we can do like a spoiler thing at the end. Because, you want people to enjoy the show who haven't seen the thing, And I also want to take the review that we do, and I'm going to edit it tonight, and I'm going to upload it tonight. Hopefully. So we get those clicks, those views.
Right.
Because I'm going to make you famous whether or not you like it. So non-spoilers for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse we saw last night. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Pretty funny.
Yeah. I
would recommend it if you enjoyed the first one.
It's very unique. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like this. It was weird.
You laughed out loud several times.
Yeah, it was funny. Because it was like fucking random as shit.
Can you talk closer to your microphone?
No, but I can bring the mic closer to me.
Same diff.
Yeah.
When was the last time you watched the first one?
When you lent it to me.
So like 4 years ago? I think the movie came out in 2018.
When did we meet? Listen to that thunder.
Yeah, it's been...
Man, speaking of that...
We might lose power.
Yeah, I know that. I was actually thinking about that.
And if you don't see this episode...
So I this side note from the Spideyverse, as I was driving here, I was like, shit, now that's some anime stuff there. It was like I actually saw lightning strike something.
I saw it twice on my way home from work.
I've never seen it actually hit something, though.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, damn, that's a little too close for comfort.
That could have been you.
That's what I was thinking about as I was driving here. No, I've seen pictures of people who have been struck by lightning.
Yeah, they get those cool scars on their back.
Yeah, they don't get superpowers.
They get cool scars on their back, though.
It looks horrifying.
Same diff, yeah.
What even is that? Does it just like fry up your blood or like...
No, it's just an insane amount of energy going through you to ground.
And you don't get superpowers?
No. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
We should really talk to somebody about that. Whoever was in charge of making lightning, whatever division of the higher beings decided that doesn't give you superpowers. You know what's hilarious is
it's also like people are like, you're more likely to get struck by lightning than attacked by a shark.
Yeah, because I don't swim with a shark.
Tell that to the guy who got struck by lightning. Be like, you know what? You're less like he's gonna be like, you know what? Fuck you.
I mean,
talk about my chances.
It depends on where you live, I think. If you live on like a coastal town.
If I get struck by lightning and I survive, no one's gonna tell me like, you know, you're more likely to get, no one's telling me that. I'm gonna be like, you know what?
It's true.
Sure, but that's just dumb because I don't go in the ocean because there's things in there.
Yep.
That's why I don't go in there. Have you seen some of the shit that's like, I'll watch like
I've been in the ocean and I've seen stuff.
Dude, the one time I swam in the ocean, I've told you this, was Martha's Vineyard, right?
Yep.
Where they filmed
Mistake
Jaws.
number one.
Where they filmed Jaws. I was a little kid. I didn't know this. I got stung by jellyfish.
Yep.
And I loved it. I was like riding the waves.
A lot of jellyfish.
Oh, I got stung by like fucking all over.
Yep.
And then I found out like a month later that there was a great white that was in Martha's Vineyard just chilling.
Yeah. I mean, they're not really aggressive.
Small little boy floating around.
Yeah.
That looks like the McDonald's to a shark.
Nah, probably not though.
It's like a slider. You know what I mean? Those little burgers.
Sharks don't go for sliders. They go for grown-ass meals.
I don't know.
They don't want the Happy Meal. They want like 15 Big Macs. They're not going to waste their time on a slider.
They might.
It's not worth it to them.
It's sort of like, I mean, as an adult, aren't you sometimes tempted to get a Happy Meal?
No, I don't eat at McDonald's because I don't like it.
It's pretty gross.
If for burgers, I eat at Wendy's or I don't eat fast food.
When it comes to burgers. Wendy's last night.
Yeah, I watched you enjoy your Wendy's. Did they get their order correct this time?
It was correct, but it took 15 minutes.
Was it cooked properly?
It was.
Well, that's the price you pay.
Yeah.
You pay 15 minutes to get the correct food item and have it cooked properly.
And there was a lot of frustration behind the counter.
Yeah, they get pretty upset at that Wendy's.
Yeah.
Wait, which one did you go to?
The one on Civic Center.
Oh, that's a different one. I don't
that's
making my way down that.
You don't want to go to the one on
yeah.
Western Ave.
Yeah. Well.
They get you a chicken sandwich when you don't order it.
Well, you got to enjoy a chicken sandwich.
Why are we talking about Wendy's?
Well, we were talking about Spider-Verse, and then we got off on this tangent because the thunder.
Truck? Oh, the thunder. Right, because the thunder struck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the song.
Yeah.
Here it is again. You hear it?
Yeah.
Isn't it awesome?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I'm also like, kind of the second the storm started, I left to come here, and I was like, wow, this is convenient. I was supposed to be here at like, what, 4:30?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Rolled
we get
in around 5?
We get like, right, because I had to stop at where I work. Make sure I get paid this week.
Meh.
It's kind of a big deal.
Meh.
Last time I didn't get paid
Meh.
for my vacation.
Meh.
It's not fun.
Meh.
When you realize you didn't get any money.
Meh.
It's kind of need it,
Meh.
It's what kind of fuels my car and
sounds like a capitalist mindset.
I have a very capitalist mindset. I only care about money. That's it.
I think most people only care about money.
Regardless
of capitalism.
If you ever think that I am being nice or something, it's not. It's all like everything is calculated for me to just get more money.
It's sort of like how a lot of people, it's like their only goal is to do things that will make them have sex more. With Jordan, it's just he doesn't
money.
care about any of that.
I don't care about sex.
He just wants
money. Right.
If he has to have sex to get money, he will do it. But
I would, yeah. I'm not above that.
No.
Like if I was ever in a situation, like $50, I'll blow
a
you.
whole sixer.
$100, you get full access.
Okay.
It's sort of like a subscription type thing, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I pay annually, do I get a discount? Like if instead of paying $100 for one visit, if I paid like, I don't know,
what's really
$1,100, could I get 12?
Okay, I love how fucking like.
How does taxes
How
work?
does this even go? Well, that's the thing I was wondering. So
can I write a check?
My YouTube, you know how it suggests your videos based on what you. A lot of them are kind of like makes sense. I don't know why I keep getting these videos, like with interviews with like male escorts, and like how much they make.
Yep.
And I was actually wondering about that. Like, what do you do for taxes? And how is that legal? It's like you're a sex worker, but like you're paying somebody for their companionship.
Because you're not with an escort.
But
it's
sex is
not
still
sex.
happening. No, that's still happening.
Well,
but you're not
it's
paying for it.
implied that it will happen, but it doesn't.
So is
it's
that
not
how-
like in the
right.
terms of the contract.
So
It's like you're paying for a nude model,
right, but it's
and
so
sometimes you
I'm
have sex
just
with
like,
them.
how does this work though? Like, if you, let's just say you buy a prostitute
Okay,
and you film
I've
it,
bought a prostitute.
and you film it,
Okay, I filmed it.
is that legal?
No,
Well, but then you're just shooting porn.
but no. Does the
What do you mean no? You don't know.
does the prostitute know that they're being filmed? Have they agreed
Yes,
to the
okay.
filming?
You go up to a hooker and you're like, "You want to make a porno video with me?" That's just legal.
Maybe. Because
So
that's
why-
like walking up to someone and be like, hey, you want to be in this movie? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, do you want to be an extra in Avengers 17 or whatever?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I'm sure there are
I know
people
they make
we
a
could
lot of
call
money.
and ask. Well, some of them do.
Dude, like if you want to be like a male escort,
I've seen the Always Sunny episode, okay? I know how it works.
yes. Oh, they make money. I don't know why these are suggested to me. I don't know why.
I think
I don't know what I clicked on.
they pegged you for something and they got it 100% correct. They nailed it.
They nailed it.
YouTube is on the money.
Okay, so here's on the money for you.
For you.
For me. All right, so explain to me
I'm not getting
why.
no escort videos.
Okay, I got one that's like for like some video about some autistic kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of cute. It's cool. It's, it's like just showing how he's kind of overcoming stuff.
Yep.
Don't know why that was recommended to me, but I've been watching them, so they keep popping up.
Right.
Then there's like shit about like serial killers,
Mm-hmm. Also tracks.
male escorts,
Also tracks.
and like the ocean shit.
Yeah.
What did I click on?
It's probably the serial killer stuff. I feel like
the
that
serial killer
leads-
thing.
that generally leads down the road of
Me wanting to watch an autistic kid grow up and overcome things.
That's a weird
male
one. I don't know.
That was an
what's
odd
going
one.
on.
I don't know what
I think
happened
that's
there.
the odd one out. But as in terms of like
Maybe I was trying to Google
sex
if like
workers,
sex workers
sometimes
and
that-
serial killers.
that overlaps. Well, I mean,
Okay.
it does.
No,
right?
you're true. True.
So I
It's
mean,
very true.
like and
Yeah.
then sometimes that leads to people being dumped in the ocean.
Right.
Now you get ocean stuff.
I also got like a lot of hiking videos as well.
Yep, a lot of bodies being thrown in the woods, probably.
So, well, here's the other thing with YouTube. They think I'm sick.
Yep.
I don't know why, but they think I am. I
Well,
mean, maybe
they
I
know
am
you.
because I've been clicking on these videos they suggest. But like, here's what. So, I went hiking a few days ago, and I wanted to do Mount Washington again, but there's
Mhm.
another trail. So I was looking up the GoPro footage of that, and I don't think I can do it because it's like fucking. It's so steep. It's not like you're gonna fall. It's literally my worst nightmare. I have nightmares where I'm on like a wall and I can't climb up it, and I
Mhm.
keep falling back. This is like real life
Mhm.
like that.
Yep.
So you're not going to fall off a cliff,
Right.
but if you fall,
You're
you're
just
just
gonna
going to
keep rolling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know if I can do that trail, but I do want to revisit that mountain. But anyway, so I looked up videos on that. All my other videos are like serial killer hikes Appalachian Trail. Like
Mhm.
they're all about like murder on the Appalachian Trail or like bodies found on this trail. And I was like, what the I was looking for like a nice nature hike, some good views. But YouTube just, they know me, I guess. They think I
Yeah.
want to know that.
And you did because you clicked on it.
I did, but it's also ruining like stuff I want to do because like I wanted to go out camping
Mm-hmm.
by myself.
Yep.
Middle of nowhere, no cell phone coverage, nothing.
You gonna get one of those GPS things?
I'm going to now. I didn't know those existed, but I'm getting one.
I got a good channel for you about
oh,
hiking
God.
stuff.
No, I've probably already watched all of it.
Is it the
Is it the new guy, the Appalachian Trail
no,
guy?
He's just a guy who does like hiking and camping review gear. It's like
Oh.
these are the best tents to get for ultralight backpacking, or this is I've been doing this for 10 years. These are the things that you need to have. These are the things that matter if you want to have a good night's sleep. Like this thing, like
Yeah, that
spend
would
your
be,
money on this thing, not this thing.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, he's just like
Is he
these
going
are
to
the-
talk about like
People getting murdered?
Yeah.
Not so far. Not
Okay.
any of the videos I watch. These videos are like 8 minutes long, typically, like 5 to 8 minutes. It's like, this is how you reapply waterproof stuff to like a raincoat. So your
Okay.
raincoat stays waterproof.
Because, like, I'll type in camping, like, to look at trails to go to, and then it'll just be like 3 true horror camping stories is just anything suggested to me. And I don't like that.
No, this guy's great. It's very upbeat, and he's like, he seems to really enjoy it, and he seems to know
And
what
he's
he's
never
talking
had
about.
somebody like fucking sneak up on his camp.
Not that I have heard.
Okay, because one of these stories was horrifying. This guy's out in the middle of nowhere. He's sleeping in his Jeep. Somebody like smacks the window. Middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy's just out in the woods.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. And he was like, I can see you in there. And the guy just like fucking got up, like started the car, and just fucking drove as fast as he could. I don't want that to happen to me.
Yeah.
But I
I
want to
can see
experience
why.
nature.
Uh-huh.
But I don't like that shit. It's
Yeah.
scaring me. YouTube is ruining nature for me.
Do you think that actually happened, though?
Oh yeah. No, those I believe those. Because they're not like about supernatural shit.
Yeah, I'm
Mr.
not saying
Nightmare
it
stuff?
couldn't happen. I'm just saying that the odds of it happening are
Oh yeah.
pretty slim.
I've never had anything sketchy happen while I was
How
hiking.
many views did this have?
Oh, like 1 million.
Big channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
It's probably fake.
Mr. Nightmare?
Probably fake.
I think it's good. Even if it is fake.
I'm not saying it's
But
not good.
none of them are like paranormal shit. It's always about like a crazy person like snuck in your
listen, we had a crazy lady
house. In your house?
camping out behind my house.
Yeah.
At the top of the hill. I've mentioned that before, I'm sure, on this
Yes,
podcast.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So I know, I'm aware. And that I was like 14 when it happened. And my dad was like, you better, during the summer because I was 14 and I had a job, he's like,
Right.
you better walk around, make sure no more homeless people are living up there. And I was like, Dad, they're gonna kill me.
Yeah, really?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's probably why there's a body in your pond there.
Allegedly, maybe, possibly.
You should go check that out.
I kind of don't want to.
I will.
You want to dive down there?
If there's actually a body in there,
I don't think
we need
there
to give
is.
it a proper burial.
I think it's fine. A water burial is fine. It's appropriate. Probably a real scumbag.
I mean, I guess if no one gives a shit that you're in a pond, but yeah.
I would love to just sink to the bottom of a pond. Toss my body
Yeah.
in a pond.
Well, so I was looking up like Appalachian shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, this guy was like, majority, like this stuff's super rare, like this doesn't happen, but like there are people, I guess, that like committed murder and shit, and then like got on the Appalachian Trail because you're not gonna, you can easily vanish on that trail. See, I never thought about that
Right.
until YouTube wanted to tell me that there's
Well, now
fucking
you know if you ever
murderers.
commit a murder,
Yeah, I know.
you can just go live
Yeah,
on the
if you-
Appalachian Trail
If you
and steal
friggin'
sandwiches from people.
if you snap and you kill someone,
Mm-hmm.
get on the
I
Appalachian
wouldn't
Trail.
snap. It would be premeditated.
If it's premeditated, get on the
I've been
Appalachian
planning
Trail.
it for years.
I mean, if you already know about the Appalachian Trail,
Do you ever watch that movie with Robert Redford where he, you know who Robert Redford is, I assume?
of course,
Well, you
The
don't
Watchmen.
know. You don't know who some people are.
he's the president.
Yep. Good point.
How do you not know who the fucking president is in Watchmen?
So anyway.
And the other one, it's Nixon.
Yep. Well, yeah, it's the same, but later on.
Right.
But there's a movie where he's just like, I'm gonna walk the Appalachian Trail,
I think I've seen this.
and he's just like, he decides he's like in his late 60s or something.
This is the one where he's got the kid following him around.
I don't think so. Because he's like messaging his friends like, hey, you wanna try this with me? And they're all like,
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
fucking crazy.
No, doesn't he go with like another friend?
And he goes with this like guy who he doesn't really like.
No.
Who's like this.
That's the way to do it.
Shit face, like washed up drunk guy. He's like, yeah, I'll do it with you. He's like, fuck. But he has like no hiking experience at all. He's like going to fucking LL Bean or whatever, and they're like, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then he tries it, and then he doesn't end up making it. But
like, I think I got to be smarter when I go hiking.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these like horror stories, like I've done that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, like just wandering off into the woods.
Yeah.
Like I've fucking gotten lost before in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I think I need the GPS thing.
Yeah. You should definitely get that.
Fortunately though, the one time like we did get lost, we kind of had I was with other people, so it was better.
Mm-hmm.
But see, like my strategy is like if I'm ever like truly in like rural Maine, because like my mindset's like just walk in a straight line. That's what I think. You can't really do that.
Yeah,
you're eventually gonna walk in a fucking circle.
You don't know where you are.
Yeah, so
you have no reference.
That's not something I'm gonna do anymore. But that was my strategy. For any time I've gotten lost. So
I would try and find a river.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or a stream, and then follow that down. Because, civilization typically evolved to live around water. I mean, if you can see the sun and you just keep walking, eventually hit the ocean.
That's true.
Unless you're going the wrong way.
I mean, it's not like you're in the desert.
Yeah.
Also,
unless you are in the desert of Maine, in Freeport. I don't think it's very big, though.
Yeah, I don't know. We had a phone, and we got on Google Maps, and but we weren't like in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, so we eventually found a road, but I don't know what happened.
Took a right shit.
You ever been lost in the woods?
Not really. Never in a. I've been in a position where it's like I don't know exactly where I am, but it was never like scary. It's just like, I'll just fucking walk around and find the trail. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't scared. I just didn't know where it was.
Yeah. It was never like how do I get home? It was more of a, oh shit, where's the tree with the stupid paint marking on it?
Oh yeah.
Been there a couple times. That's pretty fun. So anyway, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Right, back to that.
Pretty good. I didn't like it as much as the first one, which I had watched Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, I think I like the first one more.
Which, according to Lindsay, a lot of people are saying that this one's better. I can see why people would say that, but to me, the jokes were very funny, but some of them weren't paced as well, I felt. And I also wasn't a huge fan of the beginning.
The beginning.
I didn't like it as much as the beginning of the first one.
Yeah, I think this one seems more like they just tried to cram a lot of stuff into it.
Yes.
And the first one seemed more like to have a better flow.
Yes. I think that it moved a lot better.
But visually, I thought it was very good.
Yes, it was.
I really like that style of animation.
Pretty to look at. I was gonna say something.
It also just ends abruptly.
Yeah, that might be a spoiler. I don't know.
Is that a spoiler?
I don't think that it was ever announced that it was gonna do
that
the
it was
thing
just
that
gonna
it did.
fucking just end with nothing. Yeah, so that's not a spoiler. If you watch this movie, it just stops. It doesn't feel like it should have.
There's another movie that they're making.
Yeah.
It doesn't just.
This is a part one.
Story.
This is a part one.
It was a part one that we didn't know was a part one.
That you didn't know was a part one.
Because I looked at my watch because I was like, it's been a really long time, and we're still in the middle of this story.
Yeah, that was a long ass
we were
movie.
like 2 hours in. I was like, there's no way that they're not gonna start wrapping this up, and then they didn't start wrapping it up, and then they just ended it.
Yeah, anytime you would think it was gonna get wrapped up, something else would happen.
Yeah, but it was really me saying that it wasn't as good as the first doesn't really mean anything because the first one is so good.
Yeah.
To me, it's like almost a perfect movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie. But this is probably better than any of the live action Spider-Man movies for me.
Yeah, I would say so. But it does have some live action Spider-Man in it.
Well, all right, spoilers.
Is that a spoiler?
Yes.
How?
Can't talk about any of that stuff until spoilers. Anyway, I have some stuff that I want to do. I have a little game that we can play. And by game, I mean I'm going to talk about some stuff and you're going to sit there and stare at me, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to look at some stuff, and I want you to tell me, Jordan, which of these things. So I have 4 movies here that were never made. But I want you to tell me which one of these movies would you want to see?
Live action Atlantis.
Nope, that's not on here.
No, it should be.
And we've seen Aquaman, so you already got that.
I haven't seen it.
You already have your dream. So we have, I'm going to start off with the one that I think you're going to be most excited about. This is called Superman Lives. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
So this was the late 90s Tim Burton Superman movie starring...
Oh, you've already brought this up.
Starring?
I forget.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, yeah. Okay. I've seen pictures.
Yes. So the other one that you might be interested in is Batman Continues, which would have been the 3rd Tim Burton Batman movie.
I would have wanted to see that.
I can give you a little plot synopsis here if you want. It would have had Robin Williams as the Riddler.
Yep.
Although I don't know if he would have done that because he was like roped into being bait to get Jack Nicholson to be the Joker, and he was pretty pissed about that. As he should have been, probably.
Roped in his bait?
Yeah, because they're like, hey, we're going to give it to Robin Williams. Even though they never wanted to give it to Robin Williams. And he's like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then they were like, we don't. No, Jack Nicholson all the way.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty good Joker.
Disagree. So Batman Continues. The next one is Batman Year One, which you probably don't know anything about. It's titled after the comic book Batman Year One, which is really good. So I'm just going to read the thing. Prior to the production of Batman Begins, Requiem for a Dream director Darren Aronofsky, do you know who that is?
I've heard of him.
Signed on to direct a Batman film that loosely adapted Frank Miller's Year One comic, with Miller as the writer and Joaquin Phoenix, ironically eyed to play Batman. We would have seen Bruce Wayne grow up homeless, Alfred as a regular mechanic, Catwoman as a prostitute, and the Batcave as an abandoned subway station. However, Miller thought this story was too dark even for Batman, and creative differences between him, Aronofsky, and Warner Brothers led to the film being canned. How do you feel about that?
I think I would just want to see a 3rd Tim Burton movie.
Yeah, you don't want to see Batman Year One?
No. Not with Joaquin Phoenix.
It sounds
Batman.
weird and creepy, and I really want to watch it, but I don't want it to exist. If that makes sense. Like, I want to Rick and Morty my way over to another dimension where it does exist, so I can watch it, but then I don't have to deal with, like, it being in the world.
Right.
The final one is James Cameron's Spider-Man. Do you know anything about this?
No.
So, Leonardo DiCaprio would have been Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
What years is coming out?
Mid to late 90s.
So he's like early 20s.
Titanic-ish.
Yeah, that's okay.
So I've heard a lot about this movie. I didn't go into super details with this. But in this little blurb, it says we would have seen Spidey battle Sandman and Electro and Arnold Schwarzenegger cameo as Dr. Octopus. Love that. Fantastic. Works on every level. And then Spider-Man and Mary Jane would have had sex on top of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Like Titanic style?
There's a lot of weird sex in this script, from my understanding.
Is there sex in like all of James Cameron's movies?
Is there sex in Terminator 2?
I don't think so. Is there?
There's that dream sequence from the director's cut, but they don't have sex in that. I think it's a dream sequence.
They kind of bang in Avatar.
Oh, they do bang in Avatar.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah.
What's the other?
They don't bang in the abyss.
Do they?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, the water, like...
goes into them.
No. It just kind of is there, I think.
Why would you even bring up the water? I don't think...
Because it's like a weird tentacle thing.
Yeah, but
it could have gone in somebody. She sticks her finger in it.
Yeah, that's sex right there. So In the Abyss, yep.
Terminator 2, dream sequence, deleted scene. Possible boner. We don't know. Aliens? Any sex in Aliens? The face huggers.
Yep, that's sex.
So that counts.
Yep.
What else does he do? He didn't direct Alita Battle Angel, so that doesn't count. I also don't think there's sex in that because she's a robot, so I don't know if that counts. Avatar 2, any sex in that? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, they got kids.
Yeah, but we don't see it.
Not even in the... That movie was way too long.
That Sigourney Weaver clone is pregnant, or was pregnant.
Oh, that's right.
So there was definitely sex at some point.
How the hell did that... Oh, because the kid was like the Jesus
And then
baby.
you guys were like, I didn't know it was Sigourney Weaver. And then it was obviously Sigourney Weaver.
I didn't know it was Sigourney Weaver.
This is Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
So which of these movies... I'm assuming that you don't want the Batman Year One bottom of the list.
No, probably the Superman one is on the bottom.
You don't want to see Nicolas Cage as Superman in a Tim Burton directed Superman movie? You're going to put that below
I don't see
homeless Bruce Wayne?
I don't see how Tim Burton could do a Superman movie.
I mean, I can't see how he did a Batman movie.
I can, easily. Because it's like, it's dark and like...
Is it? Dark is in you can't really see anything.
No, I mean, it's like...
Dark is in it has nothing to do with Batman.
The Batman movie?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Have you ever read a Batman comic book?
Yes.
Because that's not what Batman is.
That's what Tim Burton's Batman is.
Yeah, Tim Burton's fucking weird.
Oh, is he weird?
And he cast like 5'7" Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne.
I think he's a good Bruce Wayne.
He's not.
I think he was fantastic.
Bruce Wayne is supposed to be like 6'2" and look like he's able to beat the fuck out of everybody.
You sound like people who said Robert Pattinson wasn't going to be a good Batman.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
They said he was too skinny.
He's a big guy.
No, he's not.
He's tall.
They wanted him to be way more jacked than that.
And I assume that if he works out for the next 5 to 10 years and does a lot of steroids, he will be.
Okay.
I'm fine with Robert Pattinson because he's live. He's lean. He's muscular.
They wanted him to be more muscular.
But
and he said in an interview,
it's year 2 of Batman.
That it was
so
kind of a toxic.
He hasn't gotten that big yet. It makes sense in the story.
He's not going to get any bigger.
He will.
He's not.
He's gonna train.
He's not going to get bigger than he is.
He's gonna get jacked.
He's got like a healthy body.
He's gonna get more
healthy.
healthier.
He'd have to be unhealthy to get fucking bigger than that.
No, he's gonna get more shredded.
No.
Anyway,
I don't think so.
Michael Keaton is too short.
You can't even tell in the movie.
Yes, you can. Also, his suit is dumb and bad.
It's like a fun, cartoony kind of.
It looks like you could fit your hand between the mask and his face.
You probably could.
Also, he looks very uncomfortable and he can't turn his head, and I don't like it.
Yeah, well, in the second one, I think...
He also kills a lot of people. And that's sort of like Batman's one thing, is that he doesn't do that.
Well, he seriously cripples people.
Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't light them on fire with the Batmobile or shove a bomb down their pants.
Dude, this is Gotham, okay?
Yeah, also I don't like the design of Gotham City.
I think it looks cool as shit.
It looks dumb.
It's a good movie.
It's not.
I would have loved to see a third Tim Burton movie.
I think that Batman Forever is the best of those movies.
Do you think the Schumacher ones would have been better or worse than if they kept Tim Burton on? Are you serious?
Batman Forever is the best of those 4 movies. Easily.
Are you kidding me?
No. It's the best. Val Kilmer is way better.
Yeah.
As Batman.
You have no right to say anything
and
about
he goes
the Tim
down
Burton
that
Batman
tube,
movies.
And then he bangs Nicole Kidman.
What about Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman? I
I'm
think
not
she's
into
the
it.
best Catwoman.
No, Julie Newmar. Way better.
No, Michelle Pfeiffer.
You don't even know who Julie Newmar is.
She's in the new one.
Nope.
She's in... What?
This is Zoe Kravitz.
I don't fucking know.
Julie Newmar is the one from the 60s show.
Oh, God. No.
She was sexy.
Yeah. There were 2 of them.
Also, there's Magic, where there were 3.
Who the fuck's watching those?
I am.
Yeah, I watched those when I was a kid.
I have them all. Do you want to borrow them?
No.
They're good.
I'm all set.
Zoe Kravitz is also a better cat one. Why does she magic? She falls out of that building.
Yeah, she gets bitten by cats.
And then a bunch of cats like bite her and like lick her mouth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes back to her horrible pink apartment.
Well, I think she always liked cats.
Yeah, I got that, but why does her falling from the top of a building get a bunch of magic street cats to come bite her?
She probably had
and then now she's like
a traumatic brain injury.
Horny? Everybody's too horny also.
No, well, she's in that skin tight suit. You know, they had to suck the air out of that.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, and Danny DeVito's penguin is gross and upsetting to look at.
I think he's pretty cool. It's Danny DeVito. There's nothing wrong with that movie.
There's a lot of things that are wrong with that movie. Also, Pee Wee Herman's his dad, and that's weird.
How is that weird?
It's weird. Also, when he saves that baby, and fucking Mac's dad from Always Sunny grabs the baby and does that flip. Look it up. It's that guy. Think about it. It is
Mac's dad.
Mac's dad. That's the actor who steals the baby at the beginning when Penguin shows up, and he's like, "I'm a good guy."
I gotta rewatch that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about
I'm
it,
like 85% sure.
Well, Tim Burton uses like the same people for most of his movies.
Helena Bonham Carter.
His wife,
Johnny Depp.
And Johnny Depp.
Did I send you that great Ricky Gervais bit from Life's Too Short where he's talking to Johnny Depp? And Johnny Depp's like, I'm in this movie directed by Tim Burton. Can you guess who the leading lady is? And Ricky Gervais is like, Helena Bonham Carter. And Johnny Depp's like, how did you know that?
Yeah. That's the same in Corpse Bride, Sweeney Todd. Is she in Willy Wonka?
I don't remember. I haven't seen Willy Wonka in like a decade.
It's not that great of a movie. Tim Burton needs to go back to like more original shit instead of just doing remakes. It's like that college humor thing.
Was Johnny Depp in the Alice in Wonderland movies?
Yes, he's the Mad Hatter.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's great casting. What the fuck? Oh, my word.
That wasn't terrible, though.
I don't remember that movie at all.
I saw it in theaters when it came out in 3D.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the 3D?
I did. But that movie was also kind of like designed for 3D.
Unlike
Avatar.
Well, I guess you could argue that was designed for 3D.
Remember when we were going to go watch that again in 2D?
No, we didn't because
it was long as shit and nobody
wants
wanted
to go do that. Yeah. It's coming to Disney Plus either this month or next month or fucking whatever. So we can just watch it on that. And we can get up and go to the bathroom. I can't wait to see what I missed in that 3 minutes I was gone.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is all on Disney Plus now too.
It's not in the movies.
What do you mean?
The new one?
No, the old ones.
Oh.
They added them all to Disney Plus. So now you can watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull as much as you want.
I've seen that movie quite a bit.
I've seen it once.
Watch it again.
I kind of don't want to. I might watch it right before I go see the new one to really set expectations.
You notice how like all movies are like, or not all of them, but like most of these movies coming out are like time traveling, like multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Why?
Probably because we're just now getting to the point where we can sort of kind of do the de-aging stuff.
No,
so
I mean like
the
Spideyverse thing. It's like, oh, there's multiple Spider-Mans. And this movie is like, there are multiple Indiana Joneses, or are we just time traveling
I think it's just time travel.
Yeah.
So definitively, you want to put Superman Lives on the bottom for some reason. Even though it's...
I just can't picture like the kind of dark Tim Burton look for Superman.
What is going on with my tablet? Why won't you do this? Why is it not flipping over? It's stuck in landscape. So you want to put Superman limbs. Alright, hold on. It's unfreaking itself. Okay, everybody, we're back in business. So you want to put Superman lives at the bottom. I assume Batman Year 1 next.
Sure.
And then I'm going to assume James Cameron's Spider-Man is your number 2.
Yeah, that could be good. I don't know.
It probably wouldn't have been.
Wouldn't have been?
I'll send you some scripts. It's weird. James Cameron does not understand Spider-Man at all as a character.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he would do a superhero movie.
What are you talking about, Avatar?
How's that a superhero?
Jake Sully was the hero of the blue people.
Yeah, he's not a superhero, though.
Yeah, but he can... Yeah, he is. He has 5 fingers.
That means he's alien.
He can do things that they can't. But somehow have...
How many fingers do they have? 4?
Yeah. So wait, why do his kids have 5 fingers?
Genetics.
Yeah, but their mom has 4.
The gene's male.
For all of them?
Yeah.
Is that the dominant?
Apparently, yeah.
Is that the dominant gene? Is 5 fingers?
Yeah.
Are there no other differences? Why'd they make them have 5 fingers? Is it so that when your dumb human brain went into their body, you would know what's going on?
Maybe it's because they don't jerk off.
Well, they don't have dicks.
They just use their tail.
Or vaginas.
So a human needs to...
But they have to have vaginas.
No, they got their tail.
Because they're pregnant.
Through their tail.
Yeah, but they have to squeeze it out, is what I'm saying.
They're all C-section.
So that is an evolutionary flaw.
Dude, there are some animals that like die during birth.
Yeah, they're people who die during birth.
So it's all a flaw,
I think the biggest evolutionary flaw is that we eat and breathe down the same tube. Like, if you think about it, a dolphin will never choke on a fish.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty fucking stupid.
Well, you can still breathe when you eat.
Not at the same time.
I think you can.
If you get something lodged in your throat from eating, you can't breathe, and that's why you die.
Well, don't take larger bites.
That's why the Heimlich maneuver exists.
We're also not eating entire fish whole,
Maybe you're not.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you swallowed whole?
The biggest thing I've ever swallowed whole?
I think I swallowed a couple gummy bears once. Those aren't that big.
A couple gummy bears?
Not at the same time, just like one after the other. When there's like Dayquil pills, I hate those because...
Wait, swallowed whole or like...
Like what's the biggest object in one thing?
I don't know. I probably did like a huge thing of bread one time.
Did you chew it up first?
This would have happened when I was a kid, probably.
Because I'm talking without chewing.
Without chewing.
Like you just pop it in your mouth, suck it back.
Yeah, probably just pills.
Because those like Dayquil pills, they're fine if they go down the correct way. Boy, does it not feel good when they go down sideways.
I don't know. I've eaten those like was the vitamin D thingies or whatever they're called.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
They're like it's like a gel.
Mm-hmm. Is it like a gummy?
Well, it's like a little pill.
But it's like one of those gel pills.
Yeah.
Like the NyQuil ones.
But like bigger than those.
So it's kind of squishy, but not really squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't need vitamin D. I go out in the sun.
Yeah, so do I. Was
Clearly
it
not.
D?
You need vitamin D.
No. When I was a kid, we ate them. Because my mom read that most people in Maine are like vitamin D deficient.
That we are. Because we hate the sun.
Let me see here. Vitamin. All right, so what was the first movie there?
I don't remember. Are you looking it up?
I'm trying to find a picture of this.
I don't know. I just opened the wrong app twice in a row. Which one do you want?
The first one was the Tim Burton one. You
want Tim Burton Superman? It's called Superman Lives.
They're like that big.
Okay, are they like fish oil pills almost?
Oh, fish oil. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there you go. Never had one. I watched somebody bite one of those once.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
It's pretty gross.
It's pretty awesome.
So Superman Lives, the Nicolas Cage thing, like I know exactly what you're talking about with the photos.
Yeah.
That movie would have sucked. Krypton doesn't explode. Superman dies in it. And then his dad commits suicide, and then they meet in Kryptonian heaven. And then Superman comes back to life because he's the chosen one. And then he knows Kung Fu. So he can do Kryptonian Kung Fu.
Yeah, I'm just like not seeing that.
That would be awesome.
But
Would you not watch that movie?
I would watch it.
Yeah, it would be incredible. It would be like the Morbius of the 90s.
Oh, there's a documentary about this?
Yeah, The Death of Superman Lives.
What?
I haven't seen it, but I kind of want to watch it.
Look at the disappointment on Tim Burton's face in that photo.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I'm never going to get to see Nicolas Cage fly.
Was it that? Or was he like, why did I do this?
Why would he agree to do that after he got kicked off of Batman?
I don't know.
Why would they agree to let him do that? Because they're the ones who kicked him off.
Maybe they like knew it wasn't going to be a movie and they were just sort of like trying to make him feel better.
By giving him a movie and then not greenlighting it?
Right. I don't get it. Yeah, that must have been it. Because the reason they got rid of him from Batman was because they wanted to sell kids' toys.
Yeah.
And they thought it was too dark.
Well,
for kids.
Parents thought it was too dark.
Yeah,
which in their defense it is.
Yeah, but who cares?
It's fucking, I don't like that
Catwoman
movie.
Slashes up someone's face in it.
Yep. Uh-huh. And then Christopher Walken turns into a skeleton.
When's he turn into a skeleton?
When she shocks him.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's that great moment. There is a great moment in the movie.
She's very exposed at the end of that movie, too.
Where, not really.
Her costume rips open a little.
Yeah, but not that much. There's the moment where Batman goes to rip off his mask, and there's a shot of him, and he just looks like normal Batman, and it cuts to Michelle Pfeiffer, and then it cuts to him back as he goes to rip it off, and you can see he's not got the eye makeup.
Yeah.
You just see around his eyes.
Well, in that split second, he took the eye makeup off.
And then it cuts back to him, like,
the wipes.
rubbing it with the wipes.
Yeah.
And
like,
then
real quick.
There's the moment where Christopher Walken's like, why is Bruce Wayne dressed as Batman?
Yeah, he was confused.
That's the one part of both of those movies that worked for me. The Batwing was also pretty cool, I guess.
The what?
The Batwing.
That was plain.
Yeah. That flies up in front of the moon. Turns into the bat signal.
I like when Michelle Pfeiffer falls off the building into the cat litter.
So...
and she's like,
saved by kitty litter.
And then she's like,
Ugh.
I got 9 lives. And I've only used up 2 or something like that.
Yeah. And then she's counting. So she is magic because she gets shot like 7 times or whatever.
The suit she was wearing actually was made of Kevlar.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
That explains the flexibility and how she made it out of that coat that she had, that Kevlar coat that definitely did not have enough material to cover her.
No, it was like, you know how they make those like street clothes that have the Kevlar in them, but you would never know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure, yeah. Because she can afford that in her shitty little apartment.
When that come out? 91? 92?
Somewhere in there. Because the first one was 89, so it's probably
you think she was wearing that
years?
Jacket? Like, do you think she went to clubs with that?
Michelle Pfeiffer or the character of Selena Kyle?
Why do you think
I don't think she was
that?
going to any clubs because she had that dude that she was trying to bang or whatever, and he's like, I'm going on vacation without you because my therapist said that you're weird or whatever.
I think she was going to wear that jacket to like go out to the clubs.
I don't think there are any clubs in Gotham.
Yeah, there are.
I don't think so.
What are you talking about? There's a whole club scene in the new one.
Yeah, that's like a real city, not
He's
a
like, I'm
cartoon
a
world.
No, they got wild clubs in like Iceberg Lounge.
Never saw it.
Yeah, you did.
Not in the Tim Burton Batman movies.
But that doesn't mean it's not there.
Different canon. As we know, Canon is.
I will call up Tim Burton right now.
Go for it. Ask him about what Nicolas Cage.
All right, let me just
type in your phone Tim Burton.
Tim Burton phone number.
No, just go to the phone and then type the letters Tim Burton.
Like,
and then call whatever number that is.
I don't. Well, no, because it's not gonna. Where's my phone? The one thing I don't know how to do with this phone is call people.
Yeah.
All right, contacts. Search. Tim. No results found.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll get it next time.
Tim Burton.
So right before we get into spoilers here, I want to do something. I got something in the mail today. Bina's walking all over everything. So I don't know if anybody
The first thing that popped up is how do I contact Tim Burton?
You do like the bat signal, but it's Tim Burton. So I actually wear glasses. Bino, if you mess anything, I'm gonna beat you in the butthole. Don't rub my microphone. So I actually wear glasses in my day-to-day life when I drive. And they're kind of broken. And by broken, I mean they're all like scratched up and gross and stuff. So, these are what my normal ones look like. I'm sure Jordan is familiar. Yeah, you gotta move, buddy. Come on. Yep. Oof. Go. Get. So I got some lensless glasses frames to try on here, and I want to know what everybody's opinion is on which ones look the best. So I'm gonna take my headphones off. And I'm going to try not to hang myself with them. And we're going to open these up. And we're going to take a look. And Jordan, we're going to get your opinions on them.
They look the same as the other ones.
Yeah, they're pretty close. These are...
Jeff Goldblum's.
Chase Medium. Jet Black Matte.
I don't think you can pull those off.
You don't think I can pull these off?
It looks like something Jeff Goldblum would wear.
Yeah, and I don't have the black leather jacket.
Right.
So we're gonna, those are a no so far. So now what we got? We got the Thurston Carbon. These are a little more old man-y. Do I look like a doctor? Do I look like a scientist? Do I look like I'm gonna teach something?
You look like the serial killer from Predators. The 70s that 70s show guy who's the serial killer.
Venom. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Does he wear glasses in that movie?
I don't know. You put them on.
I don't think he does.
You look like somebody who's like a terrible person, but not like the shell makes you look good, but really you're like a sex offender. Okay. So they work for you. I like them.
So so I look like I'm a normal person hiding a secret.
Yes. Okay. And that's not a bad thing.
All right. So what are these? The Thurstons? We're going to give these a maybe.
A maybe, yeah.
Pop these back in the bag here.
Like you got like dead bodies in your backyard and shit.
But nobody knows about them.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
These are the James.
They're called the James.
They are.
They're probably the ones for you then.
These look the most like the ones that I had previously before those ones.
Yeah, those are all right. I like them. They kind of look like cat eye glasses.
They're the half glass, half metal frame.
Yeah, they're okay. They kind of look like safety glasses though.
A little bit, yeah. Pack these up. Another maybe?
Yeah, it's a maybe.
All right. Leave a comment below on which glasses I should buy. The metal ones are obviously much more expensive than the the plastic ones. I don't know if you've ever had to buy glasses before.
No.
But
no, I didn't. I had them when I was a kid.
What are these? Caldwell Wide. So these are very similar. They're a little more narrow.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this?
They look the same.
Yeah, they look pretty similar. Do I look like maybe I'm a professor of some sort?
No, I'm really getting like dead bodies in the backyard
All
vibes
right.
for most of these.
Do you think that might have something to do with why you're getting YouTube recommendations like that?
Could be, but it's not. It's just because they keep feeding it to me.
Do you think it's because... Oh. So we're going to give those a maybe as well. And then we're on to our last pair. Braswell. Heritage Bronze. These are the fanciest looking, I feel.
Heritage bronze.
Yeah. I think that's the color.
I think those suit you pretty well.
You like these? Do I look like a librarian? Like I'm trying to be a sexy librarian, but I'm not really pulling it off.
You look like you ever seen the movie Raising Arizona?
No.
All right, well you look like the female actress in that.
Is she attractive?
I mean, you look like a, I don't know. What's her name? I've never seen her in anything else. She's in this guy's YouTube videos. You ever seen the video for Shoes?
No.
You should watch Raising Arizona.
There was a documentary I watched about the time where they had a Russian submarine at the bottom of the ocean, and the Americans knew where it was, but the Russians didn't. So the Americans hired this oil drilling company to build a ship that could go over where the submarine was, and lower this big crane all the way down to the bottom of the ocean, scoop up the submarine, bring it back up, and then they would close the doors to the ship, and then the ship would just sail away.
Okay, that's not even who I was thinking of. I have no idea. Anyway, what?
I saw this documentary one time.
Yes.
Do it look cool?
Yeah, that looks fine.
I saw this documentary one time about this real thing that happened. That's hence why it's a documentary, where this Russian submarine crashed and went down, and the Russians didn't really know where it was, but the Americans, because we had these underwater hydrophones, we could pinpoint the exact location, but we couldn't go there and do anything because then the Russians would get mad. So, the government contracted this deep sea oil drilling company to build a ship with doors on the bottom and this giant crane thing that would go down to the bottom of the ocean, scoop up the submarine, and suck it back up into the ship, and then the ship would just sail away.
Like, why?
So they could get their hands on, like, Russian submarine secrets.
What, were the people in it?
Well, they were all dead.
Oh, so it, like, sunk.
Yeah, no, this was, like, at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay.
For weeks.
Send me this shit.
I can tell, yeah. I mean, I don't remember I think it might be called Raising Arizona.
Like the sub was called Arizona.
I don't remember. What is that called?
I got breaking news here.
Breaking news?
Mars rover finds plastic on Mars.
Whoa!
It's got to be true, right?
Yeah, probably. Which rover is it?
Let me see.
Team at NASA spots an interesting piece of debris on the Martian surface.
Here we go.
Just next to the rover.
This looks legit.
This close-up confirms it is likely to be from the spacecraft.
It's not.
It is likely a benign
It's just
piece
fucking
of plastic or shrink tube.
Wow.
Shit from the thing.
Piece of wire.
That is some fucked up
As curiosity
clickbait.
takes its second step,
And it's curiosity.
a bright
Okay, yeah.
particle can be seen in the sample hole. Given that spacecraft
I don't think
debris
I've
has
ever
been
seen
identified in the area,
A more
the team
clickbaity.
at NASA orders the rover to also discard the second sample. If any of these bright particles are from the spacecraft and are subsequently fed
That's
into the internal
stupid.
sampling unit,
Okay, I'm done.
the rover could
So
I
the
feel dumb.
reason I got confused is because the name of the project is Project Azorian.
Okay.
Hence why I thought it was Arizona.
Project Azorian.
But it's really cool.
How big was the sub?
It was like a big sub.
Big sub.
No, like a big sub.
Not a little
Like a 12-inch foot long.
12-inch
$5.
$5.
Foot long. But they had this huge like gimbal so that as the ship rolled with the waves, the cable pulling the submarine up because it weighed like a lot.
Yeah.
It would
I would imagine
it would
it
like stay centered. And then part of the submarine like breaks off halfway.
Was Russia mad that they took their submarine?
I don't think Russia knew about it until after they weren't, mad about it. You know what I mean? Like a statute of limitations had.
So they weren't
Well,
like, we got your submarine.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
There was this time where they got a Russian probe for some reason. I don't remember how or why, but the Russians were like, "Hey, give that back." So the Americans did this thing where they took they like broke into it and took it all apart and took pictures of everything and then reassembled it in like one night. It's crazy.
Yeah, like when because everybody's sending spy shit to everyone. It's like everyone's doing it. But I like how like they had some little submarine like drone thingy went to China, and China took it, and then America was like, "Can we have it back?" And then they said no. You remember that?
No.
I thought that was funny.
I thought that happened in Iran too, didn't it?
I think it's happened a lot. Like, it's just funny when like somebody asks for their thing to come back. Like, it's like the balloon there. Like, if China was like, "Can we have that back?"
I think
like,
they did. I think they're like, "Hey, don't fuck with that."
That's for weather experience. Hey, can we have it back?
Anyway, I guess we got to do a quick little spoiler thing for Spider-Verse now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna take.
Well, no, you wanted to talk about fucking Ninja Turtles. Or
Oh
some
yeah, we
shit?
can talk about that really quick. Did you watch it?
The trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I like that style of animation,
I do as well.
but I don't think that looks like just a kid's movie to me. I don't think I'd have any interest in seeing that.
It looks cool, and I'm glad that I think Spider-Verse is really the thing that set it off.
Yeah.
Where they're like, "Oh, we don't have to make everything like exactly the same. We can do things that are weird and like hand-drawn ish looking." So I agree. I really like the style. I don't really care or know anything about the story. Are you a big Ninja Turtles fan?
No.
Do you give a fuck about Ninja Turtles?
No, I don't.
Do you watch any of the cartoons or anything as a kid?
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah, I watched the 80s cartoon. No.
That was just Nicolas Cage's "I Have a Dream" speech.
Dream of being Superman.
It's just something I wanted to show you later.
So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So if you haven't seen it or you care about spoilers, stop now. Bye. And now that we got rid of those fucking losers and we're all cool people who've seen the movie or don't care about spoilers, Jordan, what did you think of the movie? What was your favorite part?
My favorite part?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had a favorite part.
Was it not when Lego Spider-Man showed up?
I did like that.
Or when T-Rex Spider-Man showed up?
I liked all the little random things like that were in the movie. Probably I liked probably when he goes back to the wrong universe because the spider that bit him wasn't from that, and he is like the villain.
Yes.
Night Prowler or whatever his name is. Crawler.
Just the Prowler.
The Prowler. Yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting.
How many of the spider people, because there's a lot of spider people in this, how many of them did you recognize outside of like the ones from the previous movie?
None of them.
None of them? Okay.
Except for not from the previous movie?
Yeah.
No, none of them. Like, I'm pretty sure there isn't a Spider-Man T-Rex.
There probably is.
In what? Like, where?
There are there's an animal
Those are all
universe.
from other things.
Yeah. Like all of the
What
spider
movie
people.
is that from?
It's not from a movie, but a lot of them are from like Ben Reilly, the one who's like, "My musculature, it's perfect." You know?
No.
Like when they were walking by and he's leaning up against the wall and he's like, "I'm too absorbed by my memories."
Oh, yeah.
That guy? That's Ben Reilly, who was from the Clone Saga of Spider-Man comics, where he very convoluted. But Spectacular Spider-Man was also in there, a cartoon. that I watched as a kid, and a lot of people say it's like the Batman the Animated Series of Spider-Man cartoons, where it's basically the best, but then they canceled it. But he was in there. He got some play. That was cool. Toby, he was back.
Yeah, sort of.
He was there.
Well, they just took footage from the other movies.
Andrew, he was also there.
Mm-hmm.
It's very weird that all of these are the
And Uncle Ben.
same thing. Donald Glover is the Prowler.
Yeah.
That was cool. Because he plays that character, but not the Prowler. He plays that character before he's the Prowler in Spider-Man Homecoming. Because Spider-Man's like, hey, you gotta help me stop these guys. And Donald Glover's like, why would I do that? He's like, well, because they're gonna blow up whatever. And he's like, I got a nephew that lives there, Miles Morales.
Oh, right.
Which is why they thought like, maybe they'll do Miles Morales down the line, which would be cool if they did. You know, because I like Miles Morales. He's a cool character. 60s Spider-Man made an appearance. Wasn't really expecting that.
I don't know. There were so many of them.
J.K. Simmons was also the voice of J. Jonah Jameson. That was pretty cool. I like that canon being interrupted was the reason for everything going to fucking shit. That was funny to me.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's a very unique view of the Spider-Verse.
Well, I think it's also like... Is that a fire truck?
I don't know, maybe. Somebody gets struck by lightning. Now they have superpowers.
Yeah, I think it's like... it's kind of funny that...
Definitely is a siren of some sort.
It's kind of funny that they made the movie about that. Because like any of these superhero movies that come out, people will just bitch and complain about it.
Yeah.
So it's funny that they
Those
made
people
the
are
movie.
me, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's funny that they made the movie about like it has to be the same thing, or it's like not gonna work out.
And then they're like, man, it's just they really took a swing and by saying every single Spider-Man property we've ever seen is all the same. Like it's all connected. It all exists in this universe.
Lego Spider-Man.
Fucking like the fact that they threw Toby and Andrew in there was wild to me. There is like the ultimate Spider-Man. I saw him in the background.
It's got a horse with a Spider-Man mask on.
Yeah, a spider horse.
Why is he wearing a mask? To cover his face.
To protect his identity. And then my uncle, let me guess, he died.
He died. Yeah, that was probably my favorite part in the movie.
There's nowhere to run. My bad, guys. There was a place to run. I really like the Spot and their little arguments.
Yeah, see, I knew he wasn't going to be like the main villain, really.
Even though he kind of was.
Yeah, but he was kind of too silly.
I didn't expect him to be as big of a part of that movie as he was. Because he plays a very small part in the trailer.
I never watched the trailer.
You should go back and watch the trailer now that you've seen the movie. Because it does not give...
I did like the Spot, though.
It doesn't give a lot of stuff away.
I liked how he wasn't like... I like when a villain's not like menacing.
Right.
Like, he's gonna do a lot of damage, but like he's not like...
He's just like a bumbling idiot, kind of.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know what he's doing.
Need more spots.
And then my last note here, well, something not on my notes that I really want to talk about is Indian Spider-Man. Loved.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
I also liked fucking Punk Spider-Man, which I left my fucking ticket there. Damn it.
What?
My little card that I had that I was messing with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I forgot it. I should go back tonight.
You can. Just
Can I
ask
have
if
it again?
Yeah.
When we walked in, there were like 6 employees just standing behind the counter not doing anything because there was nobody there. Which is weird because we walked in and the theater was full.
Yeah.
So it's weird that it wasn't busy. Man, I guess everybody got there like 15 minutes early because they're idiots and don't know that the movie doesn't start until 20 minutes after you're supposed to be there.
It's true.
But last thing on my list is that when Peter dies in Gwen's dimension, Gwen Stacy, love Spider-Gwen. Love everything about it. Not in a sexual way because I think she is like 16. So I'm just going to put that out there. Great character though. Love the design. Fantastic. Love that there's a lot more of her in this movie. Also loved my favorite part was when they're explaining what's going on to Miles and you have Peter's baby and he's like, "Oh, Mayday crapped herself." And he walks off. I thought that was funny.
Whose baby's that? Mary Jane's?
Yeah, it's him and Mary Jane's. That's why her name is Mayday.
Oh. Mayday?
Yeah.
The baby's name was Mayday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You not pick up on that?
What?
Because he refers to her as Mayday many times.
Look, there was a lot going on in that movie.
He keeps trying to get her to get Miles to hold the baby.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of pictures.
It is a great movie, and I will watch it again when it comes out.
It was good.
And I'm excited for the next one.
Right. And there will be a next one because this movie never ended.
Right. Well, hopefully there'll be a next one. They could stop. There's a lot of questions that aren't answered in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they did not make an Amazing Spider-Man 3. But I assume this will do very well.
Yeah, I think this will be a bit more successful.
Because it's an actual good movie. But anyway, that's not what it looked like when Peter Parker died in Gwen Stacy's universe. Because we saw what that looked like in the first movie. And he just looked like all the other Peters. And not like a skinny little weird kid.
Wait, what?
When Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, he takes the green stuff and he turns into the lizard. And she fights him.
In the live action one?
No, in the movie we just watched.
When did they turn into a lizard?
Why her dad is after her? Because he saw her there when Peter Parker was dead. Because he took the green stuff and he turned into that giant lizard thing. And she was fighting him. And he got crushed by buildings and he died.
Okay, like in the beginning.
Yeah. That's not what it looked like in the first movie. Because we see him die in the first movie.
What? Okay.
I'm just saying continuity.
Oh, all right. I guess I didn't watch the first movie in a while, so
you should. I watched it like the 2 days before because I was excited.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool, I guess. I'm gonna give the first movie a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say around there, like an 8.
I think it's probably the best movie we've seen this year so far.
What other movies have we seen?
Guardians 3 was pretty good. Was this
I'd say this was better
than Guardians 3? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
I had more fun at this, even though arguably the stakes were much higher.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess that's it. Go Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Also, vote below continued on fucking what glasses I should wear. Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.